With 2018 almost out the way, it's time to talk about the most anticipated horror movies of 2019. Now, we did get some great horror movies in 2018, but personally for me, what we were lacking was more horror movies from 2018. There weren't a lot of horror movies in 2018. In fact, there weren't a lot of great horror movies in 2018. But from the list that I've picked from 2019, I've picked 10 movies that seem to be the most anticipated horror movies of 2019. And what's interesting about this is almost all of these movies come out in a different month. So in 2019, we've probably got a big horror movie coming out every month. So we're going to kick off in February 2019 with Happy Death Day to You. Judging by the trailer, this looks like a bigger budget version of the first movie. The first Happy Death Day was a massive surprise hit, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the sequel. It looks like the Back to the Future 2 of the Happy Death Day franchise.
I mean, I guess you could just reset the day yourself.
Genius idea.
Next up we have Us, that's coming out in March 2019. I'm hoping for more horror gold with Jordan Peele in his second horror movie. There's not much information available yet for this film. There's no trailer yet either. So far, all we know that it's about a family who go on vacation to their family beach house, and then uninvited guests arrive, and that creates tension and chaos. A trailer should arrive anytime soon. Next up we have Pet Sematary, that's due out in April. With the massive success of It from 2017, this is the latest Stephen King readaptation for the big screen. This one looks like it could top the original for jumps and scares. With a cast that includes Jason Clarke and John Lithgow, we could be in for a really well acted horror movie.
Sometimes dead is better.
Due out in May, we've got Brightburn. The secret project that James Gunn had been working on for quite a while was revealed a couple of weeks ago, and we got our first trailer and our first look at Brightburn. What I love about this is it's essentially a Superman movie where Superman uses his powers for bad instead of good. This is a concept that every comic book fan wanted to see on the big screen, and it's something that every horror movie fan has always desired. Mix that with the James Gunn magic and we could be onto a winner. The Child's Play remake coming in June. This is possibly the most controversial horror for 2019. With the dramatic change in the storyline and the continuation of the original franchise, this could be a confusing movie for quite a lot of horror fans. Personally, I'm glad to see Child's Play back in the big screen, regardless of MGM's motives. Not much information has been released yet, but the biggest news with this remake is that Chucky is going to be an animatronic doll instead of a voodoo doll. July sees the release of Annabelle 3. The Conjuring universe is the most successful horror franchise of all time, so anytime they announce another Conjuring universe movie, I welcome it. I'm hoping for big things with Annabelle 3 since Annabelle Creation was such a surprise movie. This time the Warrens will be playing a role in the movie, but there's no news on how big a role they'll be playing. I'm hoping that the poor reviews that The Nun got doesn't stall the Conjuring universe. Due out in August is The New Mutants. It feels like a lifetime ago seeing the first trailer for the movie, albeit the final cut of the movie might not look anything like the first trailer. The film's been going through some production hell over the past year or so, and it doesn't help with the Disney and Fox takeover. From what we've seen so far, if they continue to go in the direction of the first trailer, we could be in for some sort of superhero style horror movie in the vein of A Nightmare on Elm Street.
You've been through a lot. Get some rest.
It Chapter 2, which is due out in September. There's no denying that this will probably be on top of most people's most anticipated horror movies of 2019. The first movie was a monumental success, both with critics and box office success. With a bolstered cast that includes Jessica Chastain, James McAvoy, Bill Hader, and the return of Andy Muschietti as the director, Bill Skarsgård coming back as Pennywise, and all the returning teens, this should be a very, very good movie. Zombieland 2, due for October release. I think I'm in the minority when I say that I didn't love Zombieland. Now, albeit it is a really good movie, but I just didn't see what a lot of other people saw for this film. Don't get me wrong, it was a good zombie horror comedy, but I felt it was a little forced at times, and Jesse Eisenberg can be quite annoying at times as well. But 10 years have passed with all the original cast coming back, and with the continued popularity of zombie shows and movies, I think it'll be very interesting to see what they do with the sequel. And last but not least, we have 3 from Hell. It's due out in 2019, but there's no specific date announced yet. 3 from Hell is the 3rd installment in the House of a Thousand Corpses franchise, directed by, again, Rob Zombie. After the disasters of his attempts at the Halloween franchise, I lost a little faith in Rob Zombie as a director. However, I do enjoy House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects, and I feel drawn towards the main characters in those movies, especially Otis Driftwood. If 3 from Hell was anywhere near as good as the previous movies, it could be an entertaining movie. So guys, for me, that's the 10 most anticipated horror movies of 2019. Those dates that I mentioned all the way throughout this video could change. They are all subject to change, especially 3 from Hell, because that doesn't even have a release date yet. So the dates or the months that I quoted could all change. So guys, out of all the movies that I mentioned, what's the most anticipated movie on this list? Or let me know any other movie that I haven't mentioned in this video that you're most looking forward to. Again, leave the comments down below. Anyway guys, thanks a lot for watching again. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.